There is an undeniable bond amongst our great country's veterans. They look out for each other like a family.
Aaron Breen has the story of two veterans helping fund fellow veterans' trips to Washington, D.C. to see the monuments built in their honor through sales of a very special book. Have a look.
70 million Americans fought in World War II, and most of us have a direct connection to the heroes who waged those battles. Many of them have been publicly honored over time. But every World War II veteran has an individual story to tell, including many who now call Nevada home.
You know, Nevada really does celebrate its veterans, and that's pretty easy to see when you come down here to Carson City. And now two local authors have put those stories in a book.
It's called Legacies of the Silver State, Nevada Goes to War. And it's a collection of individual stories of Nevada warriors and the role each played in the war. 70 heroes profiled for prosperity.
Nevada's only Medal of Honor winner is a Churchill County High School graduate. That's Bruce Van Voorhees. He was a Navy pilot and went down with a plane in 1943. So I just thought, we need to preserve these stories.
Steve Ranson has been a journalist in the area for decades, and he struck upon the idea for this book as he was volunteering on an honor flight to Pearl Harbor. It was his third time volunteering for honor flight.
Most of the World War II vets are the same age as if my dad were still alive, in the young 90s. And I just kept thinking, I wish my father was here. But I looked at the World War II vets and thought, I am surrounded by 18 fathers right now. They all volunteered to serve. And it's easy to see why Tom Brokaw called them the greatest generation.
Ken Beaton is another local writer who has also volunteered on honor flight and who was excited to help.
What's your favorite?
I would have to say my former neighbor. She's a Lovelock native, and she was born in 1919. But Phyllis went in the Army and was a WAC in 1943, and she got assigned to General Marshall's staff in the Pentagon. Now, General Marshall, his title was Army Chief of Staff. He ran the entire war. In other words, the Navy, the Marine Corps, everything was underneath him. And she handled top secret, Operation Overlord for eyes only.
A California writer by the name of David Henley, who wrote a book on the USS Nevada, also contributed stories to this book. It has been a whirlwind year. Sales have been steady.
And we're nearing $10,000, and we decided to give it to Honor Flight.
And this project has paid off for the authors, too, as seeing something like this become a reality is a huge accomplishment at any age.
And the best part about it, I've been a journalist for over 40 some odd years. I was a teacher. I was involved in radio and TV, but we had a book signing a couple days after Thanksgiving, social distance, and a man brought his 9-year-old son to the book signing. The father said, "Son, I want you to meet a real author." Boy, the ego went, I made it.
You can find Legacies of the Silver State, Nevada Goes to War on their Facebook page at Legacies of the Silver State and on Amazon.com. And they're not done yet. They've already started collecting stories on Nevada's Vietnam veterans. So stand by. For Aging and Awesome, I'm Aaron Breen.